Are we in? Did it work? Did we succeed? Okay. Oh, wait. I don't know that I even sent the fucking raid through. I don't think I actually sent the... Oh, okay, the raid went through. Oh, hi. Hi, guys. Hi. All right. Yay, it worked. It worked. Let's go. Well, I'm gonna do... close all of this stuff. Gotta advertise this channel more. I mean, I literally haven't used it in like months. So that's why. That is why. And like advertise the channel when I actually use it. But enough dilly-dallying. Let me take this off the screen. Yay. You gotta stream more then? Oh, damn. Bro, I gotta be doing a lot of shit. Well, for anyone who doesn't know what Homestuck is, I didn't know this existed. Like I said, I haven't streamed on here in months. So for anyone who doesn't know what Homestuck is, it is I think like the longest webcomic and one of the longest pieces of literature that exists. And it's about 4 kids that start the end of the world by playing a game. So it's a very fun story. So shall we? Being transported to 6th grade right now? Yeah, this is a blast from the past. But basically, let me drink some water. I'm so thirsty. The creator of Homestuck, Andrew Hussey, and yes, his last name is in fact Hussey. He said that for a really long time, the website's just been like breaking in different ways because it just doesn't get as much traction as it used to. And so they just didn't really like bother updating it because no one really went on it. But because Vivzy Pop or whatever decided they were going to start animating it, they decided that they would fix the website finally and give people the experience of like Homestuck again and, you know, get the webcomic working. And let me get like their statements because I think it puts out, I think it explains everything better than I can. Man, they've been making a lot of tweets, understandably. Yeah, here it is. So basically they said that they were going to make an animated version.
The beta come yet?
I think it arrived, but my dad probably has it. I've been trying to avoid him, as you can well imagine.
Also, Toby Fox voices John Egbert.
John, you're not wearing one
Oh,
of your
sorry, is my
silly
title
disguises,
wrong?
are you? It would be a shame to make a fool of yourself in front of a gentleman such as your father.
Look in the sky, numbnuts!
What's that?
And so because of this, they went out and said,
Happy birthday!
Stop. Silence. They made this statement saying, as most of you know, the Homestuck website has been broken for months. Long story short, the site was coded by Viz Media, which was returned to Homestuck's custody in 2023. It worked fine for a while until it didn't, because there's like a lot of Flash animations and like games and stuff that were just like totally destroyed. So they needed to get it like refixed, if that makes sense. This year, the code base collapsed for a multitude of complicated reasons. A lot of eyes examined the wreckage, and after much time and discussion, we decided we should try and salvage. We could either try to salvage what it was or rebuild it from scratch. We went with the rebuild. The process has been ongoing for a while. The good news is the site is almost release ready. However, since the later, more complex parts of the comic require additional work, the site isn't fully ready yet. But we all understand the necessity to have the website available ASAP to bridge the gap and to share a potentially fun experience with the community. In the meantime, Andrew pitched an idea. Why not re-release the comic bit by bit, starting with the Sable, ready to post pages, and re-release it on a schedule to give the devs time to finish it while also giving you all a fun experience. This is the most important part. Remind me why we care. No one has ever cared about you, your life, your family, or anything about you. You are a fucking loser, and you will be a loser for the rest of your life. So anyways, continuing. Sorry, I'm meaner on this channel, chat. They proposed, this is the most important part. This would loosely simulate the reading experience the original readers had, giving new fans a taste of what it was like to tune into the updates every day. They proposed an accelerated update rate, which would see the full story fully released over 2 to 3 months if we released larger batches of it every day. So you know how like when a manga is currently ongoing and everyone's so excited about the next chapter? That's what we had with like Homestuck. And so they're re-releasing it on like a predetermined schedule where like Monday through Friday, they release a little bit by a little bit. And they just started releasing it on 9/11. So I think like Act 1 is available. So let's start reading. I don't know how much of it I can read because my voice is going to get tired, especially because I've been streaming so much recently. So let's go. This is the first page. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. It starts out really slow. So I hope all of you can give it some love and some, it's like WoW classic. Basically, that's what we're getting. So I hope you all can give it some patience and some love. All right, let's start. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today that he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? And then you press enter, name. Zoo Smell Poop Lord. Try again, smartass. Try again. John Egbert. Examine room. Your name is John, as was previously mentioned. It is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered around your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. And then he gets arms. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Siladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine the contents of the chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently capture logged in your Siladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. Some of the stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. John, capture log smoke pellets. The fuck is this chat message? Okay. Mods, feel free to ban like crazy. You don't have to be kind on this page. You can ban as much as you want. You stow, because I'm not looking at chat. I'm going to be mostly reading. John, you stow the smoke pellets in one of your capture log cards in your Siladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you're starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb, copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyways. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You'll have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Sylladex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You were never all that great with data structure, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance now, or new, more practical fetch modi for your Sylladex with a little bit more experience. John, examine problem sleuth poster. Did you guys read this like 15 years ago? Is this the OG format? Asking because I refused to engage during? Yes, this is exactly the way that it was published before. They just finally fixed all like the flash animations and like are updating it and like making the website work again. John, examine problem sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There's a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. John, read the note in the drawer. Or sorry, on drawer. And then the picture is of a note on his table that says, "Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you." This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Besides the note is a rolled-up poster. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire a hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place hammer into your Sylladex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably useless anyways, but you don't probably want to do that again unless you want to drop smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. The writing style and humor reminds me a lot of Undertale. You said Toby Fox was involved in this. Maybe that's where he got it from. Toby Fox wrote a lot of the music. Or not like a lot of the music, but he wrote the music. Like Homestuck was, as much as it is a story written by Hussey as it was by the fans, because fans would write fan theories and they would contribute art, and he would add that to the story. Okay, continuing. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you'll probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. That is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. Combine the nails and the hammer. You merge the you merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and the nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. Use nails and hammer on poster. Use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. Use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. Examine Con Air poster. Oh, something that I forgot to mention. A lot of references to Nicolas Cage. Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? Examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. In 2009. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you've marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spurb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. With you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notion from your computer. Notice. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. His fucking computer. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming, sometimes it makes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Open Pester Chum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Open message. Okay, and a lot of Homestuck is written with pester log chat messages. So it's just like you're reading messages between two characters. Turn tech god TG, red text, began pestering with ectobiologist EB, blue text. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? John replies, I got a Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. TG replies, oh hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. John replies, okay, that's fine, but I have one more question and then a word of caution. Have you seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? TG replies, but the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? And then he says, all I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. He says, why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. John replies, it was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. His friend replies, okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? John replies, no, did you? He says, man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not going to play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro? ? John says, Game Bro is a joke, and we both know it. His friend says, yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. And John says, all right. John, look out window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing in it is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. Examine mailbox. I love this panel. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyways? You do not have the time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. Go outside and check the mailbox. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. Forget it. Check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense. You're trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, homestuck, in a sense which possibly borders the titular. Now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold on to his damn horses. Examine games on CD rack. Get this shit. What is this? Hardware itself. Bruh. But I don't want hardware acceleration on. Get this shit off my fucking screen. God fucking damn it. One sec. Let me get this shit off the screen. Maybe I can turn it on and off. Settings. Okay, we'll turn it on for... Oh, I have to relaunch. Okay. It's not playing any noise. What? Why did it say that there was noise, but it's not playing anything? Interesting. Interesting. I can't believe I accelerated my hardware just for this stupid shit. Anyways, you've put countless man hours into this assortment of quality titles, and all the titles are other things that Andrew Hussey has worked on. Read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. You decide to consult with Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you'll have to capture log it. You are not sure you are not sure you are ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Capture log fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again. John, set Pester Chum status to bully. You don't think that the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot. Your chum is still pestering you. Okay. TG says... Is it there yet? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I blame her or anything. John says, yes, it is unbearable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you. His buddy says, thank you. He says, JK, haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him to see if it's there. And I've been spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess? If I put too much in, something falls out. Stack? Ha 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 ha. What is yours? Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything. It's awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures, I guess. Did you at least allocate your... Wait, where was I? How did I lose my spot? Oh, allocate your Strife Specibus? No. It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got? Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the Specibus. How? I don't know. Just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. That definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precious index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to Strife Specibus. Hammer kind. You check the back of the Strife Specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. Select hammer. Your Strife Specibus has been allocated with hammer kind abstratus. Excuse me. Hammer has been removed from your capture log deck to your Strife deck. John, report progress to TG. It's really funny that this had so much charm to me as a kid when I didn't know anything about coding and still kind of don't. And I didn't know anything about movies and still kind of don't. Okay, report progress. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, I think that'll be a permanent allocation for your Specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. I hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. Pepe he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Now that you got some spice in your Silodex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in a practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Sburb, why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff that I like better. I like that's better. John, read article. Okay, Sburb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped for, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something, but I don't know. I'm like, this is this is about houses or some noise. That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosifs, but all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? When you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud in your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked uppins? Know what I'm saying, bro yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. Average Kotaku article. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, that's me, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so fucking psyched of it, y'all. All right. And he just keeps going. Capture log Game Bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get some funny glasses, too. You don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor will there ever be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. Leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hollowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other hand is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he likes to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumptions. Go downstairs. Okay. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagine. Admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, because that's what fireplaces are for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. Toss Game Bro into the fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unabridged Colonel Sassafras's. He never wants to talk about it. Topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably clean it up before Dad finds it. Combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Champ, and the message from his dad says, Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. John, open large present. Oh, hell no. John, capture log ashes. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo-like. That struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. Is this kid crazy? What do you mean? Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it would have been tidier if you had just used a broom and a dustpan. Put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except for maybe people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of the room. John, check Pester Chum. Looks like another one of your chums is messaging you. Check message. And it's from Tentacle Therapist. TT here to say, I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in the respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. She replies, I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. He says, anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him. So BRB. She says, John. He says, what? She says, you're wearing one of those disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. He says, no, why would you even think that? That's so stupid. She says, okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? He says, all right, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. She says, I know, John. John, go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Inspect burnt paper on floor. Bro, oh my God. Toblerone, Broblerone. The Broblerone is gone, people. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Throw present wrapped in fire. Present wrap in fire. As long as you're cleaning up, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. Okay, I'm not reading all of this text, but it's a bunch of nonsense. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? Go into the study. Doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine father's desk. On the desk, there is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the series Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. The disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the house. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. Examine capture log card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your cylinder. Capture log card. Ah! And then S, I think, is like for any animations. John, play haunting piano refrain. Any pages including, sound will be preceded by S in the command. Feel strong, man. John, play 52 pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in this room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. John, exit. John, check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one Desolation plays to keep its instrument in time. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is the only latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of unseen Riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddles are absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all time. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that, 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No! John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you see a green package. There also seems to be underneath it that seems like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else unusually that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to take a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table besides the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and a large envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Spurb logo. What could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreadful artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife. Aw, feels strong, man, dude. And then the two options are aggrieve and abjure, both of which don't solve the problem. John, retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. Equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. It looks like your dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case, and his dad fucking pies him. Captcha pie tin. Oh, God, dude. You take pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from your deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were... Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. Abscond. Now that Dad is safely placating the smoke detectors, you can safely... You can safely sneak away. Take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare captcha log card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Take package. This red package is addressed to you. Take envelope. You got this beta, excuse me. John, get cake on couch. You captcha log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. You then merge 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? Retreat upstairs. You need to pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is a bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. Go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set in which You have been provided years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. Remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. Retrieve your items. The items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Sylladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. Go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall. A casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl choked up. Now imagine she's white. What is this reference to? I don't know any. Oh, it's the To Kill a Mockingbird? Or is that what it is? A whole wall. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking has exposed our latent racism. Wait. Damn, you are good. Check Pester Chum. And then Garden Gnostic has begun pestering. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello? I will talk. Okay, I'll talk to you later. And then Turntech Godhead says, hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you even doing? And then John replies saying, I discovered a comet that's going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I am famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. Pepe La. He doesn't know. No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matthew McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey. Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nicolas Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Haha, so lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? He said, I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid, which was the joke, the ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. John said, you do realize they touched Stiller's weird sort of gaunt face at some point. And he says, ew, yeah, oh well. Speaking of which, did you get the mail? John says, yeah. And he says, did there happen to be a package there? He says, yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under this burp beta, so I'll probably open it after I install the beta. Oh, man. The beta came. Yeah, you want to play it? Haha, no way. Why not? It sounds like so hells of boring. Just get TT to play it. She's all about that. Where'd you go? Her internet's probably blinking in and out, I guess. Probably she'll be back online soon. Oh, and Christ. In a sidecar, are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structure. This shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. Open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typheus web browser and direct it to whatever is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. And this is like Homestuck's website, or like Andrew Hussey's website for all his comics. Okay, continuing. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. And this is of the Midnight Crew. John, install this burp beta. You decide it's time for less meta, more beta. Or beta. You insert the CD and install the Spurb beta. I keep saying it wrong now. What the fuck is this? Waiting for server to establish connection. Bone up on the data structures. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read data structure book. Data structure for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover, where a free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. This one is getting dictated by the logic of a queue data structure operating on a first in, first out method rather than first in, last out method of stack. Apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items capture logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card, and you must wait for items on the upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure, well, you might as well give it a chance, though. Switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you had a physical card for the stack modus. You find all this to be a little abstract, and you prefer not to think about it too much. All right. Put down razor. Put it down? You're not sure you quite understand. John, pick up 2 items. You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. John, get other cake. The second cake causes the razor to launch out at the front of the Sylladex. Oh, good lord. That beautiful face. You wish that razor would have failed to launch. John, get more stuff. You open your mage chest and capture log one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. There goes the fresh towel. Might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh, god damn it. Open the package. You examine the package. It's one from your internet chums. It's bound in packaging tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't. Get razor. John, pick up package again. He picks up the package. He picks up the razor, puts it back in his Sylladex. Then he picks up the package and puts it back in his Sylladex. And then it launches a cake out. Let's take this from the top. John, capture log glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation onto your room from above. Now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that anytime soon. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. Used razor on red package. You open the package and there's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It's a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Sirius the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, striking similar to the one scooped up in the suit of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter, gestures symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Check status of Spur beta. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. Look at monitor. Spur host is attempting to connect with you. Client has established connection with host. Press enter when ready. Check Pester Chum window. TT says, it looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try and connect. Whoa, okay, but I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet. I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now. Haha, what? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? She says, you're running the client application. I'm running the server. So I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. He says, oh, okay then. She says, why don't we get started? John, press enter. Mouse over the interface buttons. TT, select magic chest. Okay. Zoom out. Drop chest. John says, whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yeah. Sad face. Sorry, I'll try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stack or the queue anytime. You toggle between them with gleeful abandon. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house for yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof. Or all the shit you just threw out the window, for that matter. GT, select some stuff in the yard and move it back into the room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears it's out of range. I'm guessing it's too far away from you, the player. TT, select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor. Select Bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. Revise room. She's just like fucking with him. Open Fernalia registry. Deploy totem lathe. John, examine. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it sure looks neat. TT, open grist cache. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay, what do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It looks fun. Oh, lathe? Totem lathe? I don't think you can use the client. Sorry, I don't think you can as the client. You'll need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I'm running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. You sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I know where it is. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It'll extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items, which you threw out the window for some reason. Good idea. What have you been doing in here all afternoon? Oh, I was fuzzing with my R word. This is 2009, chat. Okay, so give it a little bit of leeway. 2009 was a different time. If you went back and watched Dexter and watched the number of times they dropped that word, it was a different time. My R word's Sylladex, but I think I have it under control. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they're elegant. Stand in corner. Deploy Cruxtruder. Deploy Alchemitter. Why is... John says, why is the first floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What's with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy? Huh? To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate? John, get PDA. Serious business. Following matters have been submitted in Frank and Forthright matter for Pipe Fan 413's judicious appraisal. Decided to return home for a fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. And it's just like all messages from his dad talking about nonsense. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus so it's readily accessible. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances, his fellow street performers, maybe. You guess the performing arts must be a pretty serious business after all. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read this one. The interface is oddly sterile, no hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. John, install Pester Chum on the PDA. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. John, go out to balcony. Hey, I'm on the balcony now. I'm messaging from my dad's PDA. The one you threw in the yard? No, I'm telling you. It jumped out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustrations with your father manifests itself? What? No, those were all accidents. Please take your psychobabblery anywhere elsewhere, miss. She said, your bathroom's a mess. Did you do that too? He said, oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. She said, there's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex? And he says, in your case, probably. She said, sounds complicated. He says, anyways, I'm going to have a look around this enormous platformy thingy you put on the balcony. He examines it in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through your telescope. It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Whoops. Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is there something I should investigate? No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Ah! TT, I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you have a look at the crux truder? The what? The thing I put in your living room. Hop down the hole. You jump down to the utility room. Get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and the capsule log card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that these things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. Answer chum. And Garden Gnostic is here to say, John, did you get my package? Oh, hey, not yet. No, not yet. She said, darn, are you sure? It was in a green box. He said, oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon. She said, great. So what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in this Spurb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. LOL, what's Spurb? Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a really loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I'm going to go outside and look. Oh, man, all right, but be careful. I said, okay, I will. Might as well check the crux truder. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door? There's a door there? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely in that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Oh, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? You know, when I read this the first time, I thought he was the one doing all of this. Like, my memory was that. I didn't realize it was Rose fucking with all his shit and just, like, destroying his house. Oh, fuck. Examine wheel on Cruxador. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from inside underneath the lid. But you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. Put bathway and driveway. Connection lost. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT. You can see me, right? Tell me what's wrong with this picture. Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Haha, yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. Not Rose threatening to call CPS. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal that presents as the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark. It's dark already? Yeah, the sun's already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Haha, okay. Hit Crexidor with sledgehammer. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Oh. Oh. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the game FAQ walkthroughs to figure out some of this stuff. Hold up while I read further. All these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress further than this point. Weird. Well, I guess I mean it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you'll need to extrude some cruxite. Turn the wheel again. You extrude 1 cruxite dowel. John, get cruxite. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too. TT, deploy pre-punched card. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. John, capture log fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless fright pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. This is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay, well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing. Also, fix my bathroom. TT, drop maimed Harlequin into kernel sprite. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. The kernel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. I still can't understand this thing is gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There's still another tier to this prototyping process, for all which we know which for all we know merely advances the entity through increasing esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock, extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemiter? Question mark, question mark. Trying to learn the lingo. Try to learn the lingo. Use pre-punch card with the alchemiter. There's no slot for a card anywhere to be found. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. Not the Colonel Sprite Harlequin following him. Exploring Athenium? Acquiring a Cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. Capture log telescope. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows, it might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over into the neighbor's fence. Put Cruxite on weird pattern on alchemitter. Place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemiter's small pedestal. Something is happening. You set it to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect the sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. Uh-oh. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. High five, Colonel Sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, units of build grist are an a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad's getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. TT, revise bathroom. John. Dad shows up, can't open the door. Sees a toilet filled with cake outside. John, run to your room and contact TT through Press Your Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. Answer chums. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? There's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences became even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow! Fascinating! Question mark. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed. Try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. Lathe? It says you can use the card on it, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it's a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain's going to be spoon-fed from a jar. We'll need to be spoon-fed. While it blows spit bubbles in a high chair, I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is to say, after we make sure you don't die. TG, I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. I also hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburban. It's kind of a nightmare. Also, TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not joking. It's like a big asteroid or a comet or something in the sky heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess? I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the earth isn't blown up. Like the size of Texas or like Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a scale of like how really it means anything to us. But it's like, it doesn't really mean anything because it's just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming. Sir, oh yeah, how big is it? It's like the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty good. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later. Dude, I have to say, I did not appreciate TG enough. The first time I read it, this was not my favorite character, and he's growing to be my favorite character. Having a whole conversation with yourself. Oh, dude, I miss chat rooms. Oh, man. I kind of miss AOL, bro. It's kind of bringing me back. You slip the pre-punch card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you need to do something to lathe. John, take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixtures in his hallway. The perfect crime. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only knew you were hard at work saving his ass. Use Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. Activate. The lathe cards out one totem. You take the totem. Alright, I use the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again? Hello? And TT says it's no longer connected. Connection lost. Now he's locked in his room. Because she moved the fucking bathtub and blocked the door. All right. We're going to stop there because my voice is like gone. The voice is gone, people. The voice is gone. TT, are you there? Are you there? And then we pick up with TT's story. We're going to pick up with Rose Lalonde's story very soon. And she tells us why she's been shitting up fucking John Egbert's house. Oh, man. Thank you for reading. Was so nostalgic. I hope there's some new people in here that have been enjoying it, but I'm like fucking beat. My back hurts. My throat is gone. But I'm really enjoying. I can't believe I read this as a kid. It's so weird how this really weird piece of literature touched so many people. It's like Homestuck really cannot be compared to anything else. It really cannot be compared to anything else I've ever read, watched, or seen. I hadn't read this before? Yeah. I'm at work, but I enjoyed listening. Thanks. Okay, well, I will see you guys on Friday, probably. I'm gonna go, get food. I'm starving. I'm beat. But, yeah. See you guys all again very soon.